Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Another beautiful morning here in Cannes, France, and right behind me is the brand new Pardo GT52. Now, this is the first model, the first lineup in the Pardo lineup that is a kind of a coupe style where you got the enclosed salon type area. It's not fully enclosed, of course, because you have a sunroof, you have opening stern doors, a lot of really cool features on this. I want to walk you through all of it, but I did have to get here bright and early in the morning before the show starts getting busy, because this, again, as Pardo's newest release, newest model, the original 43, then 50, then 38 models of the open walkarounds, similar to the vessel that I'm on here that has the full walkarounds. Now you get to the Pardo 52 that has kind of a closed, open, not an open bow, but you still have sun pad, lots of area up there, but you get a little more of the all-weather type vessel. So this is a great feature, a new addition to the model after the Pardo E60, the Endurance 60, which we did our walkthrough video of last year at the same time. So let's get a walk around. Before I step onto the boat, I will tell you a little bit about the model itself. The hull is a 54 foot 4-inch LOA, 16-foot 3-beam, 4-foot 3-draft. When she's not loaded out with fuel and everything else, you're looking at about a 50,000-pound boat. 528 gallons of fuel. She is powered by Volvo IPS, either 650s, 700s, or the Volvo top end would be the Volvo 800s, which gives you about 1,200 horsepower on this vessel. Let's get on board, we'll walk and talk, and here we go. So I had to come up here to get another good view of the bow and the sunroof here so you can see from above. Now this is the new bow feature of the 52 GT. It's closed off. You still have plenty of walking space and entertaining space up here. Huge sun pad, much larger than the other vessels. This is the 43. The 50 currently is out on sea trial. But again, the typical walk around, what you're used to on the, this is the 60. All of these different Pardos, a different layout, different look on the bow, but a much nicer option with an enclosed feature. So and not all just all weather out there exposed. You have opportunities now for a little longer traveling, a little more 3 seasons type boating, big opening sunroof up there. Let's get up there, let's get on the boat officially, and let's get going. So looking from the stern, you do have a much more open, unique So even though the interior here is a closed door salon option, this is such an open vessel once you get it all opened up. Still have your traditional large swim platform, nicely done with, just as I step on and not try to fall off here. Still, they have really heavy duty hydraulics. This is about 1,000-pound capacity, maybe a little bit less. Stairs that integrate into the swim platform, so once you lower it, you can easily step on up out of the water. So you're still you're not having to heave yourself up from out of the water. You got chocks that can insert in here. But this is such a new feature that they're doing. Such a neat option where you want to lay this down. Right now it's kind of set up for gathering, for dining at 8 so people on this table, but you still have these seats over here, which I think is a great extra feature. So not everyone is needing to cram around the table. Some people can sit here. Everyone is still entertaining and still all within the area. Now these seat backs click into place. One extra click and she'll come all the way down. So now you lay all of these down. This table is on a hydraulic stand, which will lower. So now you're getting table lowers, sets into place, sun pad goes on top, and you have this massive area to relax. Either you want your sun awning out or you pull it back and it's completely exposed to the sun, and you get some really nice entertaining and enjoyment features out there. So flat or rocked up, and you have multiple angles to kick it up at. So to each their own, however you would like to relax out here. And look at this. These with the integrated cup holders, I think is a great add-on. Now, typically when this vessel is closed up, you've got these windows here, this window here that'll pop open, and then if you needed to open her up, now you got all open air right through into your beautiful, beautiful salon. I love the interior stylings of Pardo. Very clean, very simple, nothing overdone, nothing overcomplicated, just very pretty, very clean. Before you make your way into the salon, if you're still out cocktailing in the back, you've got a wine fridge here right at the threshold of the door. You've also got an ice maker down here. This is a really cool, I don't see this very often, but chest kind of ice maker here, which is a cool slide out. As usual to Pardo's, you get your drawer fridges on either end. So you're never far away from a cold beverage. Before we make our way into the salon, I want to walk and look at the exposed bow, the open area up here, because this is such a cool feature. Now, again, typical to Pardo typically is you've got this walkway and you walk all the way around. Now this is slightly different. You got a few steps up, and for extra safety, you can add these stanchions that go around, or you keep this wide open. There is still a little bit of a toe kick, so you have a little bit of a leveler. However, I would typically, depending on the sea conditions and stuff, this is kind of a nice feature. It doesn't feel as awkward as I thought it might up here, so this is really nice. It's just, these boats are really heavily built. They're very nicely done. You're not feeling on some other vessels that have these flat bows, they feel a little unsafe. This is less so on this version, but look at this space here. Huge sun pad up there. But it keeps that really, again, the Pardo kind of the sleek lines where you want that kind of aggressive looking sharp bow. All these plumb bows here, same thing. This is keeping with that traditional Pardo look. Really, really pretty up here. Again, all the amount of space. You're up here, you're lounging. You can still have plenty of friends. You can, if you were at anchor somewhere, this thing is gyro stabilized. You can have two little lounge chairs up here, however you wanted to do it, but really, really nice feature up here. We'll make our way. And the other feature, while you are coming up to the bow and around the vessel, you do have handholds, uniquely done because now they are they blend in to the hardtop and underneath the hardtop. So as you're coming, you're not messing with the lines of the boat with these stainless steel or anything else. They're just nicely painted metal. So you have the safety until you come down to your steps, and now you're again at these high side decks where you have much, much more safety when you walk around. Underneath all of these, you have storage. So lots of storage, and they're on gas struts, but storage for your cleaning utensils and your water toys or whatever else you might want. But make our way into a beautiful salon. Now, this vessel, specific vessel here, is a Galley Down. We'll go look at that where your galley is a few steps down below. This can be ordered out as a few options. You've got, this is in a Galley Down version, so you have a couch here. If you went with the Galley Up version, you would have the galley right over here, still with this same couch setup, and then a different layout down below, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. So the teak runs into this way too, so you've got teak running exterior all the way into the interior, one level too, so you're not having this like something to stub a toe on. You just step right over into very comfortable, very welcoming on the feet. Very pretty. Again, a large, like the E60 from last year, this large forward window gives you uninterrupted views. As you're at your helm, you're underway, you get great visibility, but you do still have some side angle visibility as well, and of course, going this way. So very nicely done. The back windows are a little more tinted for the look, keeping everything, keep that kind of the traditional Pardo really well contrasted with the white boat and the black. But here for visibility as a helm, you got a lot better visibility too. So nice large Garmin screens. Simple, nothing crazy on. I like that these are molded in, some cup holders, the little silver insets. This is pre-molded in, so you just kind of have a nice clean look here. Got your Volvo, again, your Volvo IPS. So this is hull number 1, so there are going to be some edits as they go, some little design tweaks and whatnot. So one of the design tweaks that will likely come is these will be a little more hidden. It is nice to have all of this stuff here, which is like your generator, power, heat or your AC, whatever you might want, some of the batteries and other things. You might want this maybe just with like a clean looking cap over it or something like that, even just a flap like this to cover up stuff. So that will, you know, little things like that as they take customer feedback and dealership feedback, which is a nice option that they're open to change. Now think about this, within the last 5 years, Pardo has now put out over 400 plus boats. And you're looking at, you know, so at this point they're building about 100 boats a year. So as they continue to evolve, as they continue to go, they take customer feedback, client feedback, dealership feedback, and they're continuing to improve and continuing to impress. Everything they do is very, very nice. Now, what this boat does is going to get you a lot more, kind of a little bit more speed than you're used to maybe on the Pardo E60. So what you've got now is you're going to plane out with this sharp, kind of aggressive bow. You know, with these plumb bows on the Pardos, you're going to plane out at, plane out at maybe 12 knots or so, pretty quickly and easily. Again, these boats aren't really bowing up like where you're kind of lifting up. They're pretty sturdy. They slice through the water because they have those kind of sailing-inspired lines. Cantieri del Pardo, who builds these Pardo yachts in Italy, has been building high-end sailing yachts for 30 years. So they know what they're doing in the hull design, and now that they're just taking that power model and just really revolutionizing it. So from there, your cruise, you can cruise between 20 knots and 25 knots, 26 knots or so, comfortable cruise, and at that point it's to the sea conditions, to what you like, what your the prevailing conditions, like they say, or again, how much of a hurry you're going to be. Racing from point A to point B is one thing, but when you're on a boat like this that's nice and classy, what's the hurry, right? However, top end, if you do want to get there somewhere fast, you're over 32 knots with the Volvo IPS 800. So you still can giddy up and go, but again, a slow, nice, comfortable cruise. This boat has quick gyro stabilization, a sharp angled bow, which is slicing through the waves with a dry ride. You know, I could ride on this all day. It's a very nice feature. So now we can make our way down towards in this vessel specifically is the Galley Down. So a lot of times a Galley Down will get you tucked away and you're in a corner hidden somewhere with your galley, not exposed to the guests, which some people don't really love because, you know, if you want to be entertaining with your friends and family. But in this case, you actually do really have a good entertaining, you're down here making some food, cocktailing, whatever, you still have the open air, the open kind of lofty feel, which does give you a pretty nice kind of a mix of both worlds, I should say. You do have good refrigeration here, good sized fridge. They have additional, again, there's plenty of fridges elsewhere too, so this is for the foods maybe, and your cocktails and your drinks and stuff are back there. But nice layout here. And now if you didn't do a Galley Down, if you didn't do the galley here, this would be, it could be, there's a couple options. There's a couch set up here, TV on the wall, and you kind of have a little L-shaped couch. So again, still with this lofty feel, but a couch down here. So that's another option if you do the Galley Up. Now, otherwise, whether it's Galley Down or Galley Up, you're going to have two staterooms, okay? You got your forward master and your aft little VIP. You can have a third stateroom. If you wanted to do a third stateroom in this area here, it would make this a little more closed off, less lofty feel, but you could do a third stateroom. So, you know, 52-foot boat, do you need 6 sleeping, you know, capabilities, or are you good with the two beds? We'll get to another thing. There's a secret hidden compartment up there. I'll show you in a little bit. But all that said, let's give a master look here. So to work with the space in the forward master, they've put the bed to starboard on this angle. I don't always love that feel because sometimes you have to really cram around the sides of the bed, but this is really nice. You actually have quite a bit of space here to walk around. Again, everything they do, it's just simple. Nothing crazy flashy on the ceilings or weird lighting designs. This is just a clean, really pretty boat. They do it very well. Again, you can walk around both sides of your bed with no questions, no problems. And then even this walkway between here and this little seating area is not overly crammed. A lot of times as we walk these shows, you see some things that kind of make you question how does that going to work in daily life. So this is actually really, really well done. Nice light above your window with the portholes so you can get some breeze through when you're out at anchor or something like that. You do have a TV that will pop out from right up here, so it'll fold down, and then you can watch your TV from your bed, which is a nice feature if you do want to kind of lay and watch TV or watch the ball game. You do now master your forward master head. Plenty of space actually for storage, cabinetry and stuff that sometimes is a forgotten about feature in your showers, little soap area, bottles and whatnot. So nice teak floor of the shower that can pop out so you can clean underneath there, but really nice. You do still have your bench, soap storage, and a very nice LED lit rain shower head. So very cool. I like these kind of grayed tones that they use in their in the shower areas in the bathroom. So very nice. Moving forward to, aft, we have the VIP stateroom. Now this actually has more headroom down here than on some like the 50s. Some of the other ones that get a little low down here. You know, again, a little bit of a crouch, but you do still, I don't want to overly sit on the beds because they ask us not to, but you do still have headroom in here to get in, get your, take the socks off, get ready for bed. But, when you're out on these vessels, maybe you're not spending all day in your room, you want to be out underway, you want to be out out in the open areas, and then this is functional. You sleep in here, that's the point. You do have nice storage in these cabinets here, and additionally, right next to your exit, you have your head. So this can be used as a day head, of course, which is entered from around here in the hallway, but private at night, you can lock this door and have your own personal access to your head. So again, nicely done, clean, but still plenty of storage. This opens for storage for back there. Actually, almost maybe feels like a little, maybe not larger than the master, but still a shower, still a good size shower stall. LED lighting, which is a nice new feature here. Good floor, good bench and storage, and even a little window. So you do have some natural light in there too. You do still, again, have more natural light with the little sunroof there too. Now let's get up. There is even storage underneath here. Let's see if I can do it. Looks like it might be locked, so I don't want to mess with it, but there is storage underneath this. It'll fold up, and you do have some tuckable storage underneath there, so good amount of space. Now, I mentioned 2 staterooms down here, galley down, got your couches, and there's storage underneath all your couches, but here is actually, one-handed, is actually a crew quarter. So you have quite a bit of space down here. Large, tall hanging closet there, and then another sleeping quarter. So quite a bit of room if you need the additional sleeping quarters. And I want to let this down easy, so give me a second. There we go. So really cool, nice feature there. So when you do the galley down version, and you do have a couch here, this captain's helm seat is on a movable pedestal as well. So now you can move your backrest, move it forward, lower the couch, and then it becomes a much larger couch. So that's a nice feature. Again, if you do like the galley down, then you do have this area here. I actually do think I like the couch setup here, where you have the L-shaped seating, little TV area, another kind of just separate getaway from the rest of the area. If you're up here watching TV, this boat obviously does have blinds, but you're a little more exposed to your guests, or to the neighbors and whatnot. So being down here is another nice kind of a tuck away if you were to spec it out that way. This is now a view of some of these windows when they're closed. You still have great visibility out, but you're maybe leaving the bugs outside or whatever. But now you do, again, have this large sunroof that is a great feature. Opens up, lets the whole kind of airy light in, how big that is. So while that can be open, but say you want to either, let's go to this side. If you want to tuck away from the bugs, you have a bug screen here that you can slide all the way across to keep the bugs out but the air in. Or when this is closed, because it is, you know, it's tinted glass, but it is exposed glass, maybe you want to blackout shade it so it can be keep your salon as cool as possible. So great view with the one large window screen, good angular views here as well. So while you're kind of watching your port or starboard side as you're making a turn or something, really well done. Buttons, easy access here for your lighting, your nav lights and whatnot. All right, before we forget, let's go look at the engine room here. Nice, actually quite a large amount of space in there. Let's tuck down in here. Coming down in here, you've got your two big Volvo IPS 800s on this vessel. Again, it'll get you up to 32, 34 knots on the top end. You know, an easy upper 20s knots cruise, which is, again, at that point to each your own for the amount of comfort you have. Got your generator here. You would have quick gyro stabilization would go here unless there's a spot more forward they would put it. I see back here in the oceans or the Mediterranean, wherever else you might be, that you have a water maker, your Volvo IPS pods. Quite a bit of room. I mean, again, not hard to get back here to do your oil checks, your drive lube checks, or your engine oil checks, which are, you know, there's the oil fills, where the oil poles are, I don't see, but either way, pretty easy to do. Obviously your coolant's right here, so nice to just be able to get around. You can get around to both sides pretty easily too. So quite a good amount of space and very clean, very well done electrical panels up there too. So everything is labeled very nicely, so you're not fishing for what it is that you're looking for. So nicely done. Oop, there we go. I like that this is a removable grate for your draining up here on the deck, so it's not exposed. It's kind of hidden, nicely done with the teak. Teak work is really nice. I like the gray teak. A lot more vessels are going with this grade caulking on the teak. Looks really classy. So as we're finishing up, let's make our way to the bow one more time. Again, really, this is not as difficult as I thought it would be. This is such a wide walkway here. This is, I don't know, 1.5 feet or so. Really wide walkway, so you do feel safe. I actually was curious about how that would feel, and I was very impressed. Again, beautiful bow, beautiful scenery out here in Cannes. Pardo Yachts doing it again. Another excellent rendition, another excellent version of a new vessel that they've brought out. They're continuing to put out creative, unique, sexy looking boats, and I think they're very functional. Again, if you don't want to be outside in more of the open air expanses all day long, you've got something like this. And then if you want to take longer distance cruising to the next level, you've got your Pardo E60. So they really are starting to offer options for everyone and really expanding out the brand. So happy to see that. We're going to be seeing one of these bad boys, Pardo GT52, 52 GT, in the Great Lakes very soon. So message me for that if you have questions. We want to see more. As always, in the comments below, let me know if there's something you have more questions on, something I missed, something you'd like clarity on, or if you want to see something else, if you got other questions. Obviously, again, always, I'm here for you guys. So shoot me a message. Let me know what I can do to continue to improve the channel and keep you guys entertained and happy and learning. So thank you for visiting with me and the Pardo booth in France at the boat show here. I will be seeing you at the next boat show. There's more to come, more walkthroughs. Shoot me a like, shoot me a comment, subscribe below, and I'll see you on the next go around. Cheers.